What's up, guys? Let me turn this heat down because I'm actually starting to sweat, even though it's cold as heck outside. But yeah, here's another video. Hope you guys' day is going well. You keep it going, keep it flowing. Today I want to talk about being something for others instead of for yourself. So for me, I've always been trying to be strong and always truthful and always honest and always, those are great qualities, but always strong and just, try to hold things together. And I would just give and overly give and give and give and give and give and give until I had nothing left. And that was my choice. And yeah, if you keep on giving and giving and giving and giving, then it's gonna come to a point where you just give out. And sorry, I'm kind of getting distracted by the environment around me. No, for real. If you keep on trying to be something for other people, you're gonna lose yourself in the process, and all your energy is gonna go to that. Yo, look at my hair, bro. I know I buzzed that shit. Yo, anyways, it's growing back a little bit. Yeah, let me stop. You see the sun? Yo, I got a good angle, bro. This sun is shining right down, getting that vitamin D, you feel me? Okay, that's a tangent. But if you keep on trying to be something for other people, like I said, you're gonna lose yourself, man. Be something for you. Do things for you, not for other people. Take care of yourself for yourself. Don't take care of yourself for others because they told you to. Yes, they can inspire you to do so, which they should, like you should be around healthy people who encourage you to do healthy things. But what I'm saying is don't let them be the dictator of your choices. You got to choose for yourself. You got to do things for yourself. And so we put on these masks. We try to be the strong one, or be the overly kind one, or be the wise one, just for the sake of other people, to help them. In the meantime, we're crumbling. We give it all. And, a lot of the time, if it's your path, you get not a lot in return. Not the depth of it, at least. And so, yeah. I'm reflecting on this. I'm also taking my time with this because there's no rush. There's no rush for me. I'm grateful that I can even make these videos and get out here. Even though this be like a drive, man. But it's worth it. It's worth it to get out. So, but yeah, I've had experience with trying to be the one that always has the advice, always the one that is strong and wise, and I always felt funny, I'm a really goofy guy, and I say that a lot, and I'm out with it, but I haven't felt comfortable in that. I always thought that, how am I gonna explain this? It felt nice being goofy, but at the same time, I feel like I wasn't taken seriously, I'm so positive and kind and goofy that I was overlooked for who I really am and what I go through, you know what I'm saying? It's like all they would see is the goofiness. Oh yeah, he's all right. We don't gotta check up on him that much, because he's good on his own, which I am, and I'm learning to be even greater on my own. I'm great on my own, you feel me? But it comes to a point where they overlook it, to a point where it's like, yeah, that guy. Yeah. Anyways, I don't know if that even made sense. If you get it, you get it. But yeah, just it's like you put up a front around certain people because they call out those qualities, and you'll be, oh, you're so kind, oh, you're so sweet, oh, you're so wise, and all that. So then you attach to that and you become that, and you're like, oh, you become that for them. So then whenever you feel like you're pouring out your soul to them for real, then you feel like, oh, damn, am I just, burdening them with this, by being myself in this way? Shit, But yeah, I hope what I'm saying is making sense, but it makes sense to me in here, and that's all that I'm really caring about right now. I want it to make sense to other people as well, but ultimately, this is for me to reflect and have the time and have the platform to reflect. So, yeah. But yeah, it's easy to, because sometimes when you're afraid, when you're trying to be strong, just so people don't question you, so they're not like, oh, are you okay, or this or that, or or it could be the other way. It's like you do that so that they don't say, oh, you're crazy, if you show your weaknesses or like your mistakes, or you make mistakes in front of them, and it's like, damn. Well, some people are like that. You make mistakes and they have no room to truly forgive it, but it's because they're going through something themselves. Either that, or they're just not that type of person. They take everything at surface level, so they take your mistakes and your realness, and they think, like they take all that rawness. I don't know what I'm trying to say. Oh man, that sun is getting to me, man. It's like, I feel so relaxed. So I'm just like, oh man, it's good. It's some good stuff. But anyways, what I'm trying to say is you don't got to put on a mask for anybody. Just be yourself, The mistakes you make, or if you're too much, or if you're too little, if you're not enough, so be it. They're going to perceive you in a certain way anyways. And sometimes it's not even about that. Sometimes it's, you'll have enemies. You'll have people that are be like, oh yeah, I know something about that person. You want to know? You want to know? Come here. Let me tell you personally. Blah, blah, blah. They this, and this. Oh, it's probably this. They're probably, and you know why I'm saying probably, or they're making their interpretation about it. That's what it is. They're saying, they're making their own interpretation and then telling you about the character of someone else instead of you directly talking to that person. So, regardless of how they see your character, that's how they're going to see it. But all that matters is that you have a solid character within yourself, that you accept yourself for yourself and you be yourself, because you're sometimes you're going to be the bad guy, even unintentionally, in people's lives. Sometimes you're going to be the sinner. Sometimes you're going to be the saint. But at the end of the day, it's up to them how they perceive it. You got to do what you got to do. You got to put yourself first and do what you got to do for yourself. And that's the truth. So don't be putting on a mask. I know it's easy. I used to do it all the time. All the time. And I'm just now recently learning to grow out of that. And I'm really proud of myself for the progress that I've made. I used to want to people please, oh, let me walk on these eggshells for them, let me not say that or that, be afraid to make mistakes, because whenever I would make a mistake, that's all I'd be seen for is my mistakes. Because what they do is, I have all this wisdom, I have all this light, this wisdom and light, blah, 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 and all this goodness to give them. And so I give. And then the one time I make a mistake, they're like, oh, damn, you know what? Because they hold me on a pedestal. So then when I make that mistake, they're like, damn, I really thought you was different. I really thought you were good. I really thought you were kind. I really thought, my trust could be in you. That's what I've dealt with a lot of my life. That's why I'm saying it right now. And a lot of people, they do that, and they've done that. I'm not a victim. Everything happens for a reason. And so when those things happen to me, they're happening for me. And that's the truth. Even if it doesn't feel good, it's still happening for you. You're being pressed and, heated up. Friction. And then the gold dust comes out. You become gold. That's what it is. Pressurized into gold. You become golden. But yeah. And that's why, Sometimes if you had that mask on for a while with people, and then eventually one day you're like, nah, I need boundaries. I need to be myself. I need to take this mask off. Then you'll see their true colors. Because sometimes when you be saying stuff, they'll take it a certain way. They'll be, oh, he's being rude, or oh, they'll take your boundaries. Oh, he's being rude, or oh man, this guy's being harsh, or stuff like that. When in reality, you're just having the boundaries, and you're just stating your truth bluntly and raw. And it's like, how are you gonna take that instance out of all the times that I was kind to you, respected you, and showed you that love? You're gonna take this one instance. Here, I'll give you two. I'll give you the benefit of doubt. 2 instances. And you're going to hold that against me as my whole entire character because of your personal feelings? Shit. And some people who maybe watch this in the future or watching it now, they may be taking it, oh, man, what the hell? This guy, what's he talking about? Because I'm just saying the truth. And not everybody likes the truth, and the truth doesn't always feel good to say. At the end of the day, I'm going to say it. I'm going to say the truth because that's what needs to be said. And so, if you're going to be around people who take your mistakes or whatever you say at face value, and they just can't unconditionally accept you for you, don't be around them. And that doesn't mean, oh, if they unconditionally accept you for you and give you chance after chance, that doesn't mean take advantage of it. That doesn't mean take advantage of people. Take advantage of their kindness and for their grace. No. That means that you got someone who truly loves you through your mistakes, through your hardships. Because shit, you could be in relationships that are easy, right? The ones that don't challenge you. You could be in the ones that they're overly kind. Oh yeah, everything's good, everything's kind, we're good overall, got your masks on, both of you, got your mask on, going back and forth. You could do that. And it would be easy because you have masks on. You're faking it. Because you don't want to show that real part of you because you're too afraid. You're too afraid. Once they see it, then they'll be like, oh, that's the real them. Okay. That's not how they really are. Nah, take the mask off, man. Be yourself. Make those mistakes. Because the ones, and don't be no toxic. Don't be taking advantage or manipulating people or nothing like that. Truly, keep those around you that love you for you unconditionally, regardless of your too muchness or you make this mistake or that, or you're working on yourself, you're still healing. If they put you on that pedestal and then all of a sudden you make a mistake and they're like, oh man, I thought that guy was different. That's on them. Or I thought that girl was different. I'm not going to exclude the ladies. It's person. This is for people. This isn't for one specific gender. This is for the people, man. It's for the people. All people. All of them. Every single one. And so just be yourself and, don't be afraid. I mean, it's okay to be afraid, but overcome that. Be courageous and show yourself regardless. And don't take things, oh, the ice is melting off my windshield. Even though the majority of it's gone, but it's like the little cubes that were left on there, the little, snow things coming off anyway. But no, yeah, guys, I know it's hard in this world to be yourself, man. There's so many judgments and just, and sometimes it's not even about that. Sometimes it's just about people, they don't purposely try to hurt you. Sometimes it's what they've gone through and their healing, and they project that onto you. But if they're willing to realize their mistake, take accountability for it, that's a good ass person right there. Don't discard them. But if you discard them, that's up to you. That's up to you. That's your journey. That's your path. That's your life. Yo. Hello? Oh, I wasn't sure because my light, the video kind of dimmed, or my screen kind of dimmed a little bit. So I was like, is this thing still working? But yeah, guys. Just be yourself as best as you can be in this world. Don't walk on eggshells. I know it's hard. But take that mask off and be yourself. Make those mistakes, And listen, don't be afraid of failure. I mean, okay, be afraid of it, but don't let that fear control you. Courage is not the absence of fear, right? You've heard this before. Courage is not the absence of fear, but doing something regardless of that fear. Doing something anyways, even with that fear. So it's okay, accept your feelings. But do those things you know you got to do to be yourself authentically, raw, and real. Regardless of what you're feeling, man. Just be you. And those people who are meant to be with you, they'll love you. And they'll be with you. And they'll love your mistakes, you know? Yeah. But yeah, man. Just, it's up to you where you're at. Where you're going to meet people. You're going to meet them on the surface level just to survive because it's easier. Or you're going to really be in those challenging relationships. And I'm not saying be in ones that are toxic, right? Even those are lessons, right? Yeah. But I'm not saying stay somewhere where you're being disrespected constantly, toxic, maybe physically abused. Don't stay in that. No. Hell no. Know your worth. And sometimes we go through those things until we're ready to leave. Until we know our worth. That's why we go through those things, not for punishment. It's to make you aware of your worth. To know that everything is inside you. That's all your worth right there. It's your heart, man. It's not this surface. It's not this. Yeah, we like looking good. Yeah. But it's about the heart at the end of the day. That's what really matters. Is the heart. Your soul. Not this 3D avatar. Not this character in this game you playing, man. It doesn't mean go around, oh, yeah, I'm going to do this because there's no consequences. No, there's consequences to your actions. That's for real. And if you've been through shit, then you know there's consequences to your actions. Every action you take. And consequences aren't good or bad. You can see them as good or bad. Consequences are consequences. You know, if I picked up a piece of paper from the side of the road, you know, it could be perceived as a good consequence because I'm helping, you know, the earth. I'm helping the earth to not, you know, be all dirtied up and taken up with the waste, you know. But if I left it there, if I'm the one who littered it, right, that could be perceived as bad. And the consequence is, damn, the earth is piling up with all this garbage. Either way, consequence is a consequence, whether you label it good or bad, man. You know, and sometimes, look at this. If you go up and be kind to someone, think about this. Go up and say, hey, you know, I love your jacket. Sometimes it'll be, what the hell you saying, man? What are you talking about my jacket, man? Get away from me, man. You thought you were going to have a good consequence from doing a good thing, right? That's not how consequences work. You could do something and still have a perceived bad consequence, you know? Like if I compliment someone, they could still, the consequence of what I just said could be, oh man, they get angry at me. But that's not because of me. That's because of what's inside of them. They didn't do the inner work to be able to take those compliments. They don't feel worthy, so they reject those compliments. And they take it out on you. That's the consequence of being nice to those type of people. Not that you know, always be kind, you know what I mean? Be kind. What I'm saying is you can't say consequences is good or bad. Because regardless of what you do, the consequence is going to be good or bad. You know what I'm trying to say? Like the consequence is just going to be the consequence. It could be good, bad, terrible, sad. It could be happy. It could be anything. So don't even label it. It's a consequence of what you choose to do. Either way, you're going to learn from it. They're going to learn from it eventually. If it's to be in this lifetime for them, of course. But, and we're not going to be able to understand every single thing when we go to our grave. We're not going to be aware of every single thing. If we were aware of every single thing, there would be no point in this existence. And so, at the end of the day, make those failures. Keep on trying and try again. Try again, try again, try again. You might be like, oh, I'm going through this same cycle. But sometimes it's because you have to keep on going through it until you're aware of what's in here and what you're going to do about it. So don't be like, oh, man, you know, it's okay if that's what you're like, oh, man, you know, like accept those feelings. But at the same time, respect the journey. Sometimes that's what you got to go through, man. You know, if you're going through a rough patch, that's okay. Don't be rough on yourself. Be like, oh, I should have done this or that. No, see what you can learn from it. See what, oh, man, why am I here? I made this choice and this choice. And don't say, oh, that was a bad choice. No. You made that choice with your limited awareness. Awareness is limitless, but we have limited awareness. We're not going to be aware of every single thing in this world. You can't even go down to the depth of the ocean. You can only go so far into the ocean, so deep, because you can't even make it that far. So the point is you're not going to be aware of anything. So don't blame yourself in the past for your mistakes because you weren't aware of that. And you weren't aware of that, and you didn't implement it within yourself. That love, that self-worth. So just be kind to yourself and take that mask off. Don't settle for less. Don't settle for people who you have to have a mask on. And then the slightest mistake you make, they'll be like, you know what I mean? Nah. Be yourself. Don't get comfortable and choose the easy path where it's like, mask on. Oh, they got their mask on. Oh, we comfortable. Don't gotta worry about nothing. We shallow. Nah. If you really want to grow, either way in that path, eventually, some crazy stuff's gonna happen. On the path you're just wearing masks and looking at people with masks, and you're just in that comfortability. Something's gonna shake that up, man. Something's gonna break that, and either you're gonna learn from that break or you're gonna go through it again until you do. But either way, my point is just be your authentic self. Take off that mask, because the real ones that are supposed to be around you and love you for everything, every ounce, that's real unconditional love. That's the love that you deserve. And that's what you are worthy of. Remember that. I know it's easy to just be in those shallow groups, but really analyze what you're putting yourself in. And maybe you won't be able to. Maybe you won't be able to analyze it, because something has to happen, and then you'll be like, oh, yeah. That's the whole point of life, man. Become aware, learn, grow, heal. And that's it. So give yourself grace and stop being so hard on yourself, man, on these perceived mistakes, on the past. Stop dwelling on what's the future gonna be like, man. We got right now in this moment, as you're watching this, present moment. Take a deep breath. We alive, man. You can see, you can smell, unless you're sick right now, or some other circumstances. You can taste, you can feel, man. You can hear, man. All these things is a blessing. Don't forget that. So if you have that mask on, take it off. And if you put it back on again because it's your survival instinct, be aware of that so you can have the choice to take it off again. And be bold in being yourself. Don't judge yourself because you happen to, I know better. I should have took my mask off. No, because sometimes that's just how we are as human beings. We put a mask on real quick. But it's the awareness that changes it. When we're aware of it, we're like, I'm aware that I'm putting this mask on. But I'm going to be bold. I'm going to take this off. So then you take it off. And boom. Hello, world. I'm the real me. That's how it is. Mask on, mask off, homie. I love you guys. Take care. Be yourself. Be authentic. Know your worth, regardless of what you're going through. All you need is you at the end of the day. And those other things that, those people that will love you for you and those opportunities, they'll come to you. Just keep on focusing on yourself, building yourself up. Clear out the things you don't need anymore. Take those opportunities when they present themselves and keep on going. You got this, all right? I love you. Peace out.